Great Biafrans all over the world, I greet you all. There is a program I did, but it was just a video, and it's so loaded. I didn't have the strength to edit it. I was supposed to, so in that particular program, I mentioned that I was going to do a program, which is this. Yes, I heard Obasanjo in an interview. I watched him in that interview. He said everything. I said, yes, this man is really, I think he's having some regrets for everything he did not. But that still points to the fact that he understands that the system that one Nigeria is not working. That's what Obasanjo said. That the thing we adopted from the white man, work. It doesn't fit our Africanness. Ishiomole was in the National Assembly, in the Senate. He was telling the Senate again, I've always used him. He used his videos, his assertions and insinuations. He said that the Senate should become more proactive in their oversight functions, and the security issue should be a thing of serious concern, and not where the Senate will keep allowing the security leaders, chiefs, to allow the National Assembly approve a large chunk of the Nigerian taxpayers' money for budgets on very capital-intensive military equipment acquisition, and these monies will be diverted. And this is the spirit of kleptomanianism, this kleptomaniac spirit. And his friend, Senator Ndume from the Northeast, came up also to say that he can no longer pretend as if he doesn't know what the situation of Nigeria is. Even though he does not want to come out plain to say that we should divide Nigeria, he said that he must be sincere to himself and to the people that sent him, that Nigeria is practicing a Kakistocratic kleptomaniac system, a Kakistocratic, where there is lawlessness, where leaders don't follow democratic ethos and due process. Rather, they lead through military fears, even when we are in a democratic era, in civilian regime. And in furtherance, using this fierce approach, they coerce everybody into compliance, accepting whatever they do as they divert public fund into their private, robust accounts, fat accounts. They keep diverting much taxpayers' money there. Now, these three people, Obasanjo there, say that the taxpayers' money, the public fund, has consistently, all through the different administrations of Nigerian government, where he himself was even a victim of, that all the monies of Nigerian taxpayers end up in private individual accounts, which suggests the spirit of kleptomaniaism, kleptomaniac political system approach. This system is a system where there is, first of all, Kakistocratic force that introduces or that protects or gives cover to the kleptomaniac practice. You don't get it. Obasanjo, in an interview, in summary, told the Kenyan journalist that while you people were able to carry out a protest against the unpopular government, which the William Ruto finally came to do a cover-up speech where he sacked those his cabinet without sacking himself when he is a chief corrupt officer. Now that in the case of Nigeria, this thing will not be possible because every facet of Nigerian national life is involved in this. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, we have been finally exonerated. The Nigerian Senate Chief Whip, the Senate Chief Whip, and the senior comrade, Senator Adams Ishiomole, and the former Nigerian president have come to sound the same or speak in the same voice. That the problem of Nigeria is so encompassing. Before I continue with this analysis, please, I want to ask, have you subscribed to this channel where truth is flowing like rivers of water? Have you subscribed to this channel? Here is Akpan Asokwo, projecting from Biafran Radical Freedom TV and doing the good work of Chokika Biama in restoring the sovereign state of Biafra, the promised land in our time. If you have not subscribed, please do good to subscribe. If you have, please don't touch that subscription button again before you unsubscribe. Then like this video, like this program, share it as it's going live and direct. Share this program. Share it. Share it. What are you waiting for? Share this program. Share, share, share. Then drop your comments so that it will help us navigate programs, even this one, or shaping what we do next time. Thank you. Please share, like, subscribe. Okay. All right. Let us play a video. Let us play from what Adams Ishiomole.
Adams Ishiomole, comrade Adams Ishiomole, raised his hand that he had an addition he would like to make. And this was his addition.
The Senate Committee on Army and Air Force should ensure that we do not only provide more money to the armed forces, that we guide jealously what they use that money to procure. Because under the supervision and oversight of this National Assembly, previous service chiefs diverted money to build universities in their various communities. Those are the kind of resources that should...
Adams Ishiomole, comrade Adams Ishiomole, raised his hand that he had an addition he would like to make. And this was his addition.
The Senate Committee on Army and Air Force should ensure that we do not only provide more money to the armed forces, that we guide jealously what they use that money to procure. Because under the supervision and oversight of this National Assembly, previous service chiefs diverted money to build universities in their various communities. Those are the kind of resources that should have been used to procure modern technology. And to think that money was being diverted to non-essentials. And as we speak, those institutions are not teaching anything about security. They are just another glorified university. And I believe that if half of those money was used to strengthen NDA in terms of competence of the men, and the rest used to procure modern technology for the armed forces, the armed forces would have been far more competent. Just last year when we were doing the supplementary budget, we saw that the Navy even appropriate money to buy a yacht. That is why the oversight responsibility of this Senate is extremely important, to prevent the armed forces to prioritize in a manner that coincides with what we think the Nigerian Army should be doing.
Very simple. He wanted the House to ensure that there was a committee or whatever in charge to oversee the money that will be given to the military, to ensure that the money will be spent for only that which it was meant to be spent for. Very good, right? Well, I don't think everybody felt that was very good because there was time to vote.
The additional prayer proposed by distinguished Senator Adams Ishiomole is to the effect that we should mandate our Senate committees on defense, Navy, Air Force, Army, and other related security agencies to oversight all appropriations to the armed forces to avoid diversion of such monies from procurement of necessary tools to fight insurgents into unnecessary construction of universities in various domains of the armed forces chiefs. This prayer has been seconded. Those in support of the prayer say aye. Those against say nay.
Even the Senate president was confused just as I was confused. And we were like, okay, you know what? Uncle, Daddy, President, say it again.
Let me take it again. The prayer is that all the Senate committees on defense, Navy, Air Force, and Army should immediately oversight and monitor that all appropriations made by this hallowed chamber are not diverted by the service chiefs to construction of universities in their communities, as happened in the past, but rather injected into the purchase of weaponry and technological equipment meant to fight insurgencies. This prayer has been seconded. Those in support of this additional prayer say aye, and those against say nay. Okay. The nays have it.
They still said nay, that should not be added. And I asked the question, goodness gracious,
at this point,
did these guys understand what...
At this point, I have to cut it. Now, can you see why it is a hopeless situation? There is no going out of this. There is no end to this. The only solution is if other tribes don't want to remain, it is their right. It is their right. We are democratic people, so we are law-abiding. We give them their, it is their choice. So they can decide what they want. So let them continue. Let them continue staying. Let them enjoy one Nigeria. Biafrans are going. Biafrans cannot continue in a kleptomaniac society. No, never. All these three leaders of Nigerian state you have heard that speak. Okay, I cannot play all of them now because I want this video to be very short. Obasanjo in the interview pointed at one thing, that the society where there is no hope for the youth because the leaders have decided to steal dry the national treasury. The leaders have decided to eat thank you and eat very much. They decided how to empty the pot and still go to borrow. And the youth see themselves as hopeless people and they have nothing to lose. And that was the situation in Kenya. So they had to do anything. And that in Nigeria, according to Obasanjo, that we are seated on the keg of a gunpowder awaiting explosion. But he is begging the young leaders today. Now, this old man, they call them based on saying him don't be too old, to see if they can remedy the situation because he's seen everything ending so fast. So, in view of this, he is suggesting that something fast should be done. Very fast. Then Madame Ishiomole, on the other side from the video you just watched, said that he has seen all the military chiefs in the past, that all the monies that have been appropriated, mapped out for procurement of superior firearm, military warfare gadgets, that these monies have ended up in private pockets. That goes to agree with Senator Ndume, the whip of the Senate, the current Senate, who said without mincing words that the government he is seeing is a total Kakistocratic and Kleptomaniac government. And all these people and many more people, I will not mention their names here now, are saying one and the same thing. Then you, a Biafran person who is still protecting political kleptomaniacs, what are you thinking? Do you want to remain in state of hopelessness? Unfortunately, like in the video that I just did, yet unposted, yet to be published, we took time to analyze what the Nigerian news media, the mainstream media, the print media, the way they are stylishly trying to wide on the other hand with one side of the lips, calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They are working assiduously to destroy the personality of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, thereby reducing him incapacitated, image-wise, politically or charisma-wise. They want to destroy his personality, while on the other part of the lips, they are asking for his release. That's what that other program, I took time. I demolished them. I took my time. And I read from one of the mainstream medias, the most popular mainstream media, amongst the rest of them that I didn't have the time to go through. So here, if these people who are even benefiting from the system, who are still enjoying the spoil of the system, are crying that some people, their colleagues, are doing it to the extent that the Onyenwe is now aware. That even them that are their partners in crime are crying wolf, wolf. Say this kind of killing is too much. That they have given and are still giving hopelessness to the public, to the populace, to the youth. How much more you, a Biafran, who has enjoyed or who have enjoyed sacrifice from well-meaning comrades, including those who have championed the cause across times, till this time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his son, the PM Simon Ekpa. What do you stand to gain? Defaming the cause. What do you stand to gain? Still protecting the system that cannot be protected. Defending the indefensible. What do you stand to gain? Protecting the political pilferers who have stolen your allowing the Fulani Caliphate ideology infiltrated into you, that Simon Ekpa is busy buying your people. Allowing the opinion of those who are stealing your future to prevail. The political elites who are painting the picture that Simon Ekpa is the one causing instability in your place. Whereas you know that these people never meant well for you. You know that very well. That is why some of you don't want to vote during elections, because you know your voting is useless. Because those who see it as opportunity to amass wealth want to do anything possible, including decimating their own community, including doing anything possible. Things that are unlawful, apart from being unlawful, inhuman, to make sure they ascend to that opportunistic throne of thievery. So while other societies, developed states, have this office as office of excellence, where the administration of goodwill is done with utmost good faith, or in utmost good faith, towards ensuring that the safety of life and property, good standard of living, development of tangible terms is brought or is delivered to the people, where the daily objective of those who ascend these positions of authority all think of how to advance a good living standard, the welfare of their people. Your own people only constitute nuisance and go as far as stealing your future, because they eat your thank you, they eat your very much. And you still want to be instruments in their hands by selling a wrong narrative. Today, selling a wrong narrative is what we must continue to preach as a wrong and evil thing to be done by our own people. Amongst, of all people, our own people doing this, it is unheard of. People have paid the ultimate price. People are still paying. People have inconvenienced themselves, denied themselves good life, robbed their families of their presence, and are still doing that, suffering in different prisons in Nigeria, incarcerated, lost their properties and their businesses because they support the good cause, the good chant to have you have a better life. All you can do in returns is to sabotage the cause. Woe betide you. Woe betide you. Simon Ekpa, you know, is a very strong, he's a very capable, he's a very successful young man. He's a very productive young man. You check when he was in Nigeria as an athlete, he won Nigeria prizes. While in Finland, he started a new life, engaged, enrolled in their military, did exploits, become a frontline sniper to the Finland national security, won prizes, several prizes, did us proud, stand tall, enroll in university, started school programs, came out with flying colors, did other programs, became a lecturer, enrolled into in law, started law, immigration law, came out wonderfully well, is teaching it, and has continued until he even joined politics. And in politics, he made wave, was also elected and he's enjoying the comfort of his zone there, where he is loved and cherished. According to the Finnish ambassador in Abuja, that this guy is so valued, so cherished by Finnish government, and his right that Finnish government will protect so jealously. In her response to Nigerian government, that this guy is protected jealously by the Finnish state. So why are you the one availing yourself to destroy the only one who is standing with boldness to calm the madness of the jihadists and working so assiduously in his everyday life to ensure that he finishes well the good work of our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the man who also has sacrificed everything for us. And you will see Afonsi leaders, Afonsi Piferas, and the clownly traditional chiefs, and those who didn't even merit titles, traditional titles, are given like the empty-headed white bird Otolensi that they called, is it Akonuche or whatever, who came to rant and say that he is even stronger than the military. Any other person can be afraid of the Biafran Liberation Army, that not him. But because we respect the word of our leader, we maintain peace. We don't want to go into internal wrangles. We don't want to be involved in fighting our own people or Igbo our own people. We allow some of them Kahana Agari. That doesn't mean it will remain like that forever, because time is fast approaching. All of them who are involved in this, and not you, the Biafran youth, you must not associate yourself with all those empty-headed, naughty white beard, Afonsi elders who doesn't mean well for anyone. Very selfish individuals. Go and watch the program where I took my time to address the empty-headed Afonsi Aswanro. They called Akonuche Aswanro. And the other Ashawowoke that called himself a prophet. Go and check. I think that should be the third last program I did video. It's a video. Check. Should be the third last or second to last. No, it should be third to last. So check. Go. Check. You will see. Take your time, watch, and see what somebody that called himself an elder is saying in public. Of course, that's the view they've all held. Because they are profiting from the system. They are enjoying the spoils of the system. Fellow Biafrans, this is a call to correction. If you have been involved in pointing accusing finger, wrongly accusing our leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, or if you have been involved in accusing our supreme, Suprado, Ndume Nnamdi Kanu, or Hamadiki One, if you have been involved in insulting him, we can forgive you, but sin no more, because it's annoying. That is why in this work, there are people who are extreme zealots. They cannot tolerate to hear you do this. Insult these people of goodwill who have sacrificed a lot for all of us. And all of us know that these people are not poor people. But they choose to come down to our level, come down to sacrifice for us. And all of you who are involved in insulting them, Any day you run into those of our colleagues who are hard nuts, extreme crusaders of this cause, unlike us, you will not go free. Take this word to your fridge. Like there's Akonuche onye nzuzu that called himself Akonuche, empty-headed Okenya. That man, he said that other people, Obi Kubana chief priest, and all the other people in Igbo land, they are afraid of they're afraid of the IPOB or Biafran military outfits, or they're afraid of the Omuoma, the angels. That not him, that they should dare him. You see that kind of provocation. But this same person now in some place told you that this same Biafran soldiers are constituting nuisance, that they are buying people. They are buying people. That there is also by the Nigerian army in large numbers. So is it not foolishness in his part to say this and still come out to say that they should dare him, that he's the only one that can walk through and insult them, and if they stand his way, he will deal with them? And he still said that these people, this Omoma, still go ahead, or they have the capacity to buy even on their Mizu. So that means he is lying to himself, or he's lying to the public. Because it's a big contradiction. If they had that capacity to do what he's saying, so is he now bigger than all these people, including the army that he accused our people of spying? That means he is now telling us that he is stronger than the whole army of Nigeria put together. The same way he accused the judiciary, Nigerian judiciary, because he is not with us. If he was to be with us, who are saying the truth because we want to be liberated. But he said he don't want to be liberated. He wants to remain. And he still said that this is not working, that the judiciary is cash and carry. And he still said he was enjoying security in a country where the judiciary is cash and carry. And also said that the democracy we practice is opposite of democracy. So in a place where you practice opposite of democracy, is there not Kakistocracy? That means he is also agreeing that it is a lawless society. Then how then is he also saying that Nnamdi Kanu and his activity obstructed the good security he was enjoying before he started the campaign? Contradictions. I am bringing this forward because a lot of Okenyisi are involved in this. Onyendu just said he is not interested in the kind of freedom they will grant him if it is based on him stopping the agitation course. Because that he is not agitating in vain. He's agitating because his people have been so marginalized. His people have been so maltreated. His people have been denied justice and all negative things done to his people. So is he coming to now stop fighting for this cause because you want to give him a Greek gift of granting bail? Say no. If you want to release me because you know that you don't have any moral ground to hold me. You don't have any legal ground to arrest me. You don't have any face to try me. You are not qualified to do so. I did not commit any crime. Forgive me because you are under obligation to do so because you are a signatory to the Liberty Contract of United Nations, the charter that you rectified, which you adopted as a result of rectification of it. So you are, for those empty-headed lawyers who said that Nigeria, and some other empty-headed individuals who say they are elder statesmen, that Nigeria is, unfortunately, that Nigeria does not have in their law or in their constitution or in their law, yes, any provision for a secession. Therefore, it is a criminal offense to ask for secession. Your emptiness smells. It stinks. It stinks. I know, I am very aware of the fact that a lot of public commentators have pointed to that. I personally have done programs where I detailed, where I even extracted that a provision of the of United Nations Charter from the very first chapter. I did justice to that. Check along my 5th last videos. I took time to do it, to touch there. You are just empty. You fail to read, you fail to research, you refuse to study, but you are fast, you want to talk on public issues. Nigeria is under obligation to obey the charter. And also, you must, before you comment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue, you should also know that Nigeria does not even have the capacity to try him. Remember that Nigeria has also proved itself to be obodo na-egbu mmadụ. The body language of the state towards terrorism activities, the coverage given to these activities by this state and every other surrounding issues around this terror, which even a lot of public speakers have referred to statement of Abacha. Late Sonny Abacha General, former. That if terror lingers beyond a day, beyond 24 hours, that the hand of the state, the government is involved. And that is why you will see the government of Nigeria goes out of the right track to tag people who demonstrate, who explore the rights given them by the United Nations Charter, Human Rights Charter, to seek self-determination. The government of Nigeria tags them terrorists. And look in the face of those who actually are terrorists, perpetuating terror as their daily business, call them elder statesmen, special statesmen that must be treated specially, like Buhari did. This is what all of us know about. I did programs also with it. The Mieti Allah terrorist organization have been given a special provision or status in the Nigerian state. Those communities they deserted have become vulnerable more and more internally displaced camps have been created and choked with mass population of people whose communities were visited by this terrorist organization called Mieti Allah. And believe me, more and more such organizations are formed because they are having the coverage of the Nigerian state, who said that they should be treated like elder statesmen. They are important stakeholders. That is the statement of the president. And the president's spokesperson also did emphasize that they are important stakeholders. Because they are important stakeholders, even Tinubu have come to grant their wish. The Ruga that was, rejected by the whole southern Nigeria and the middle belt. The Ruga have been renamed. Now it is coming in the guise of Ministry of Livestock. The Ministry of Livestock, on the demand of the Miyetti Allah leader. And the leader of the terrorist organization, Miyetti Allah, was discharged in Nigerian courts, discharged, released from prison, discharged, and his cases was quashed and ordered not to be tried again. His terror cases all was relieved of him. They said, go home and continue your work. Then a man in the good line of law is incarcerated till today. And the condition they are giving to release him after the whole world is now calling for his release is that he should stop exercising his rights and that of his people for self-determination. And you want us to continue existing in this kind of lawless society where even the lawmaker, in fact, lawmakers have described on different occasions or at different occasions, as a kleptomaniac society. What is wrong with you? Is it not time you re-examine your brain cells? Is that not time you reconsider your positions? That a precious people, so preciously gifted, so blessed with wisdom and talents of all kinds, whose gifting is so charming, so attractive, that anywhere they step their foot in the world, they are distinguished for the thing they do in unique way and achieve result quicker. And that these people should remain in a kleptomaniac society like this. Is that right? Is it not time you ask yourself some vital questions? Is that not time you call yourself for a meeting, address yourself? Is that not time you present your brain for a self-scrutiny? Is it not time you conduct a kind of self-audit on your brain cells to know whether you should submit yourself to a psychiatric specialist to re-examine you, so that you don't go constituting nuisance in the society? Because anybody who reasons in this line is not supposed to be allowed to go free on the road, especially where the automobile plies as a busy road. Because this person is closer to the time where anybody in this level is close to time when he will go. Maybe when there is a little high temperature, humidity is high, the heat is high, the sun is shining so, concentratedly high, this person will go totally mad. I mean, any person who is operating in this level of reasoning, that a people with so much blessing, so much gifting, so much capacity to conduct and organize themselves and produce like a productive society should be doing, that those people should submit themselves, continue to exist in a society where the lawmakers have accepted that it is a kleptomaniac society, where the persons who are supposed to be, or the person saddled with the responsibility of being a minister of justice, ends up being the person administering injustice. What else do you expect from this kind of society? The person that is saddled with the responsibility of administering justice is the one who is administering injustice, where the persons who are saddled with the responsibility of providing security are the ones in turn maiming, buying, taking lives of the people they are supposed to protect. What kind of society is this? What kind of society is this? I am asking you. Chineke Wogoko, what kind of society is it? What kind of society is this, Chineke Wogoko? That we, as sane as we are, as enlightened as we are, as educated as we are, as productive as we are, as super creative and resourceful as we are, we should submit ourselves to a society where kleptomaniacism is the order of the day. A society where anyone who steps into this office of power get infected by the deadly virus of kleptomaniacism. How do you expect a progress? No wonder a young artist, scholar, our people, always creative, decided to sing a song last month or thereabout. Oh, it's not last month. It's not one. No, it's only 1 week. It's only 1 week. Yes. The man that sang today, the Nigerian chief priest. The Nigerian chief priest of Africa. That the story of Nigeria, the situation of Nigeria is 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. 1 step forward again, 2 steps backward. That is why till today, the kind of security system you have is where police officers stand in the road, checkpoints, obstruct people's movement, the movement of goods and services. Something that is done in 19 Burugadam, that is what Nigeria still practices today, where other developed states are doing things using technology and allowing a free movement of goods and services, of persons, not embarrassing people. But no, they live in the past. Why would they not live in the past? See what Ishiomole said at the Senate. That is what he said on the table of the Senate, on the floor of the Senate, Red Chamber. That is the same thing. 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. No wonder Peter Obi had to say that the engine of the vehicle of Nigeria has knocked. The engine Akugo. But because the spirit of kleptomaniacism, which has also possessed him, could not allow him, he couldn't resist the temptation of going to steal more, even though he knows how to cover his own, and he's an orator, that he comes with the flippery of tongue to deceive people and tell you to go and verify what does not exist. Now, this, he said, the engine has knocked. And if this is true, that the engine have knocked, why was he still throwing his hat in the ring, contesting? He contested the same year he made the comment. The same year he made it. If I begin to enumerate all the politicians, the public figures who have made one comment or the other that suggested one and the same thing, but the problem is they are all afraid of losing a colonial master organized society that allows them to engage in the kleptomaniac activities. They're afraid of leaving that society. They're afraid of going into a society where the citizens will be solely responsible, will be fully in charge. A society where there will be absolute accountability. They don't want that. They want where the system that the pay masters, the colonial masters gave to them, where they are still serving us. When we are still crying of these people stealing from us, these are our own politicians. What they are stealing is not up to 1/10 of what they are pushing up to the top dog, that is the colonial masters. So, yes, so the colonial masters take in 100% share, they take more than 90% too. Then this other underdog now are stealing the remaining. That is why Africa have remained so wretched. And that is why even colonial master knows that Africa will first be rescued if Biafra is allowed to emerge. They are afraid of this. But we are going to take our fate into our own hands, and we must do the needful. Freedom never comes easy. Freedom never comes easy. And there is one thing you must know. Please take this part very serious. There is one thing you must go home with. This freedom quest has cost a lot. A lot of young men have come out of their hidings, have come out to show their face, have carried Ngwara. They have carried the Ngwara, and they have stepped into a journey of no returns. They cannot afford to quit. The spirit has gripped them. They can also not afford to risk being jailed. You not supporting them now, not supporting the cause now, you are causing more problem for yourself, because it is not stopping. It's not going to stop. Ngwara is going into the hands of the youth every day. Ngwara 10 naira tata. Next week, Ngwara 100 nabata. It is not doubling, no. It is not even just quadrupling. Every day. So every week that passes, the number of Ngwara that comes in is so immense. So if you keep lingering this, if you keep lingering it by not supporting the cause, at this point, I am sorry to tell you, you have no option than to support the cause. Because if you refuse to do, unless you have decided to Ibrula your whole household, your whole lineage to another Obodo Igbo. But if you can't do that, sorry. Even the very thing you stole from the public wealth, all the things you build, all the heaven on earth you built, everything you ask about, because men they are never going to give up. They cannot risk going to jail. You know they're possible. Now they don't come for Irogo, they don't come. No going back. They don't start, they don't start. They can only increase, they can only intensify the effort. They can only double the hustle. They don't give up now. You don't expect that they go give up. Bam. That cannot happen. You know that cannot happen. They know they give up. If now what you don't think, they are only going to multiply the effort. They are only going to increase the vibrance, the tenacity, the vibration. It will only increase on passing day. It's not going to reduce. So please come out of that illusion that is going to reduce or you will do anything. No. Even if Simon Ekpa chooses to step down now, which is a hardcore that he's never going to do, if he chooses somebody that is more wosky than him, there are a lot of people. The more you keep oppressing the people, all those youths that you went to their homeland, destroy their houses, destroy their family house, set ablaze, and you do all the things, destroy their businesses. Okay, You think they are going to drink rat poison and die? No, days are gone. Days are gone when anybody do that in our land. No. They are going to say, Oga, Mazi Simon Ekpa, please conscript us. You see, all those youths that you are impoverishing, they cannot buy one bag of rice. They cannot buy malaria medication. They cannot eat well. And you think they should go and just take rat poison and just end their life like that? No. Have you ever heard that anybody commit a suicide? It's not happening. No. They know that there is strength somewhere. There is a place they will go. They get the kokoma. When they have the power, Igwe will give them power. And the level with which this is spreading, the level with which men are joining the cause. One demo. If you stay there in that illusion, say the struggle will stop. Onyendu already said he's not giving up. Even if he gives up, we are not even going to blame him, as unlike the baby sabos. Please, fellow dear friends. Those criminal elements in the DOS, I think it's time we call them by the name Mazen Nandekano gave them. He called them baby sabos. Baby sabos. That is baby sabos. We must continue to use it going forward. We don't call them, because Onyendu said that the purpose for creating that department, it has been outlived by their massive corruption. So now he had to call them. That day he said we should stop listening to Radio Biafra, that Fulani has taken over. That day he found a name. He said, those baby sabots, they thought we are going to stop any day, anytime soon. No. He said, if you know you don't accept or support what you are doing, you better get out. These are the words of Onyendu. So now, they are trying to give blackmails against Simon Ekpa so that our people will hate Simon Ekpa. They begin to give bad names, tag bad names, that he's the one that is perpetrating terror, is doing this one, which the good different people know he is not the one. That is why when he says sit at home, everybody sits at home. They know, you see, for those of you who are Christians, said the Bible said, when Christ said, I know my people know me. The sheep knows their shepherd, and they recognizes the voice of the shepherd. So when the shepherd speaks, the sheep obeys. So fellow Biafrans, we don't mean to take your whole day, but we are dedicated to saying the truth of liberation. That is the thing we must deliver to you. So please, if you have not subscribed, once again, please subscribe to this channel. If you are, I think, okay, no need playing these other videos. It will keep us to the laws. We have many programs to do. We have many programs. You need to encourage us by subscribing. If you are also well-to-do, instead of paying your tithe and offering to pastors who have continued to aid the politicians like their shower, Okempi, that was calling Mazen Nandekano names in that video, the program I did yesterday or a day before. Check it. The video where I showed the Okempi Ashawo that called himself a prophet, and the Afonsi Ozu Onyewurawu Nagije that called himself Ezioku Akonuche. In that video, I called him Ezioku Bondo when he is an opposite of that. Sorry for wrongly giving him a good name. Thank you. So now, in that video, you will see a lot. In fact, you need to watch it. So do encourage us. So if you have resources, encourage what we are doing. It will be very good. Your conscience, you will be at peace in your conscience. You'll be at peace with yourself that you are contributing to this cause. It's no more maybe necessarily you contributing through anybody. When there is live program Simon Ekpa doing live program, you can ask. If you don't know how to go direct and contribute through him. Go direct and contribute through him, through the live program, so that you will be sure that, because some of you are afraid of what happened when it was under the DOS. So you don't want kid the work, babu the chop, where some people will be appropriating or be busy fixing on the monies generated or contributed for the purpose of the cause and using it to do their private business and, you know, enriching themselves. And that is why they want to remain career agitators. So that is in the days of DOS. I just mentioned the DOS so that you know what I mean. The DOS is that establishment by Onyendu, which he also collapsed that day. He told you to follow Simon Ekpa. He's the one that will take us to this other dimension of the struggle where the freedom this time will be achieved with the heart of steel. When he mentioned that word, the heart of steel, that God has given him a man with the heart of steel. Then he was still asking, God has given him that now. That is Simon Ekpa, the prayer answered. Then he said, you must follow him. So he don't just have to come to tell you, oh, stop following DOS. He said, because it is through the Radio Biafra that the DOS is heard. So now he said that the Radio Biafra has been infiltrated by the Fulani. So stop going there. That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know what else you want to hear from the man. And that is why you hear them, when they express their bitterness, their anger, you hear them, the guy that have just gone officially into what they have been doing on the ground. Now he made it official very soon. And he wants his colleagues, the Chinas slaves and the Adozie Hans. They will be joining him soon, but for now, they want to do like Wike, while they stay back in the party here now, the IPOB, to destroy the movement. You know, then some other persons will not cross carpet, now go officially, make it open, because those ones are shameless, make it open that they have been working for Nigerian government, but this time they want to make it open. So now those parties are doing that now. So thank you. And remain blessed. We, I think we have just crossed 1 hour. I didn't want to get to 1 hour. Maybe we will continue talking about this. So thank you. God bless you. Share it. Don't forget to share it. Anytime you want to give us stars, don't also hesitate to give us stars. It is also encouraging. Thank you. But we are not here for profit. That must be said clearly. God bless you. Remain blessed. Remain blessed.